Good evening. Are you excited about tonight?
Absolutely, yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Who are all these people?
Dying on the stones. All my life I have loved this land, worked it with my hands. I'll never forget.
I've always enjoyed solo performance, and with my most recent album before this one, The Road to Freedom, I went around the world and I did about 110 solo concerts, piano and guitar. So I'm very comfortable, and I believe that if a song is good enough to be performed solo, then you can take it into the recording studio. It's a solo thing, it's much more intense. You can't make mistakes, because if you're on stage for 3 hours solo, there's nowhere else to look at. Well, a couple of years ago, maybe 18 months ago, I was in Manchester, and I was walking through a shopping mall, and I heard a singer, beautiful voice, and there was a guitar player with her. I just kind of glanced over, and then I thought no more of it until several months later. I was listening to Radio 5 Live from BBC. It was a competition, and this young lady won it.
I have to give my all to you, for there is no one else so true. You've given me everything, my Lord, my Lord. You teach us how to be, prepare us for eternity. I have so much hope in you, my Lord, my Lord. Oh, my life would mean nothing if I didn't live for you. For you're always there to be my guide. Give me strength, take away my pride. Your love is strong, dedication too. Oh, my Lord, how all of you. Please accept the praise I give. Without you, I could not live. I dedicate my life to you, for it is the least I can do. You sacrificed your only son, my Lord, my Lord. I couldn't live my life without you. I couldn't even pretend. You are my everything, and I wanna praise your name. I wanna lift your name. I wanna lift your name on high. For you're always there to be my guide. Give me strength, take away my pride. Your love is strong, dedication too. Oh, my Lord, how all of you. Please accept the praise I give. Without you, I could not live. Oh, I want to put you first every day. You've planned my life ahead. Please show the way. So grateful you're here with me, my Lord, my Lord. Oh, my life would mean nothing if I didn't live for you. Thanks, Sharon. Thank you very much. This is my last song now, and it's called Betrayal. Before I was found, I lived life full of misery. To wake in the morning and think what would become of me. Putting you first in line was not the way. How did I get here? Now I know I was betrayed. If you think I'll come back when you cheated so much, jealousy feeding its way through my veins, 'cause all you felt was a lust. If you forget me, I know I won't think of you. Feelings expressed like I love you were never meant to be true. No. That day I would not return. It led me to reminisce all past. All I'm feeling is hurt. Well, you know I'm a born pessimist, and I should be feeling down. But now I'm without you, I'm a better me. Now you're not around. But please believe me when I say that you were my baby. But now that's in the past. I am happy and I feel like I'm living again. And I know this happiness will last. Oh, somehow and some way, I know that I will look back on this day and I'll find peace of mind, and I won't be afraid. Oh, not gonna be afraid, no. Not today, no. No pain, no gain, no. No pain, no gain, no. No pain, no gain, no. Thank you very much.
I'd love to do a duet with her. The story that I worked out for the song, it's a love song, but when you have an older man like me with a beautiful young lady like that, I thought, no, you can't do a love song. So just to make a brief story, her parents come from the Czech Republic, and I came out with this idea that a man is walking, it's a war zone, and he sees a little girl lying in the rubble, and she's covered in blood, and she's got a teddy bear, she's about 8 years old. He picks her up and takes her to his own home because her parents have been killed, and he brings her up as his own daughter with his family. And you go forward 12 years when she's become a beautiful young woman. The war is still continuing, and he says to her, you must leave. And she says to him, but you brought me up like a father. Thank you for your love and kindness. I want to stay here, but I understand you. I must go. And this is what it's like in a stage musical. It's like the big song at the end of the musical, where they have to part. It's a love song now.
Silently dawn comes in with the rain, and I feel the world is crying. The moment is here, and it's time to say goodbye.
Words could not tell of all you have done, and
There is a dream that you must follow, and always listen to your heart.
You'll be forever in my life.
We'll meet again in some new tomorrow. I'll find you wherever you are, and I will fly through the raging storm. I will rise where others fall. I will be there where the eagles fly. I will hear you when you call. And I hate to see you go.
You gave me a life from ashes and dust, from a place where hope was dying. The girl that you found has become a woman now.
There is a dream that you must follow.
I'll try to listen to my heart.
We'll meet again in some new tomorrow.
I'll find you wherever you are, and I will fly through the raging storm. I will rise where others fall. I will be there where the eagles fly. I will hear you when you call.
It's time to go.
I want to stay,
I'll miss you so.
but I believe
We'll meet again someday. We will be there where the eagles fly. I will hear you when you call, 'cause I love you. Kristina Miles.
Now we go to England in the year 1745.
You're not supposed to laugh.
The Grace of a Dancer is, please visualize like a film, is set in the year 1745 in a little village in the west of England.
She had the grace of a dancer.
A young girl of 16 years old is getting ready to go to work up the big house up on the hill. And she meets, in the next few days, the young man who's the same age as her who lives there. And they fall in love and they meet every night down by the river. And unfortunately, by the end of the summer, in the early autumn, she becomes pregnant. And she disappears. And for 10 years, the young man looks for her everywhere. He decides to take a ship to the New World, America, to get away from these terrible memories. And he gets on the ship. Within 24 hours, the ship hits a terrible storm. So, if Steven Spielberg is listening, I want you to make this film, because the storm, the lightning and the thunder and the crashing waves and the ship is and the people screaming, they're jumping into the sea like at the end of Titanic. And the young man finds himself in the water and he's swimming to the shore to save his life. And he hears a woman shouting, "Help me, help me." And he looks over and there's this woman with a little boy in the water and she's trying to hold him up above the water. And he swims to them and he brings them both to the shore. And the lightning and the thunder, and as they lie on the shore, alive but absolutely exhausted, she turns to him and says, "Thank you." And with a real incredible shock, he realizes it's the same girl that he fell in love with. And the little boy with her is his own son. So at the end of that movie, Many Handkerchiefs, people, oh.
They met at night by the river, and there he pledged his love. And so it was for the summer, but by winter all was done. For the word was out in the village that she would have his child. And the night before she left him, these words were in his heart when she said, "Love is all that we have. It is forever. Love is all that we need to be together. Love is all that this world has to share. Only love can take us there." They found her close by the river. Of her there was no trace, and for many years he mourned her, haunted by her face. So he set off over the ocean, these memories to escape. But the ship he sailed was ill-starred, and soon would meet its fate. They struck the rocks at midnight in the grip of a roaring storm, and he found himself in the water with a woman and a boy, with a power that was more than human. He brought them to the shore, and a whisper in the darkness was a voice he'd heard before, when she'd said, "Love is all that we have. It is forever. Love is all that we need to be together. Love is all that this world has to share. Only love can take us there." She had the grace of a dancer and the father of her son.
I'm very much in touch with my own emotions very quickly. I can go into places that a lot of people struggle, particularly men, to go into places that are emotional or sentimental. I of course make a lot of strong songs, you know, everybody clapping and dancing, which is much easier to understand. But I think you'll find that people who like my songs, it's because it allows them to dream, to go into maybe their own lives and see how a particular idea affects them. For example, a song that I wrote on the Road to Freedom album called Here For You. It's the scene at the airport with a mother and father saying goodbye to their child who's grown up, and all the friends are there and everybody's crying. And this child is now 20 years old and going to America for 2 years. And the father and mother have just realized that their little baby has grown up, you know. And my daughter sang the last little bit on this, and I was thinking of her. But it's had a big effect on people, not only parents, but also children who've been through that process. And I think it's that connection with an emotion, be it happy, sad, melancholy. It allows me to sing, and I always said that unless you sing with that emotion in your heart, you can't possibly hope to pass it on to somebody else.
Go with love upon your journey. Go with wonder in your heart. May the light be there to guide you through the terrors of the dark. You have always been a good friend, but I won't know when you have arrived. And I wish that I could see you one more time. There's a rainbow on the water, there's an eagle in the sky. Can you see me up where you are? Can you hear me when I cry? You have left so much behind you, all the love you have given life. And I wish that I could hold you one more time. And they are always there beside us in a parallel point of view. I hear them call the ones who've gone before. Will you take me by the hand when I come through? You have left so much behind you, all the love you have given life. And I wish that I could hold you one more time. Yes, they are always there beside us in a parallel point of view. I hear them call the ones who've gone before. Will you bring me to the light when I come through? Go with love upon your journey. Go with wonder in your heart. May there be someone beside you who can hold you in the dark. When you get down to the river, don't pay him till the other side. And I wish that I could see you one more time. How I wish that I could see you one more time. Oh, 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 yeah.
With the Storyman project, we recorded 6 tracks in the Abbey Road studios with a full orchestra, live. And that was very, very exciting. And it was so funny because all these classical musicians, tough, hardened people, when I told them the stories, at the beginning of each song, they would wait. And I said, "What are you waiting for?" "We want to hear the story." So 92 musicians with their headphones on, and I'd tell them the story, you know, once upon a time. It's very funny. This is My Father's Eyes from the Storyman. I have seen it. I have seen it in my Father's eyes. I have seen it. I have seen it in my Father's eyes. I have heard it. I have heard it in my Father's voice. It's been a hard life, a hard fight, and all of the things that He wanted are in His hand. But silver would not betray what's written in the sand. And a war will not keep His people from the promised land. And I will never believe that the same thing could happen to me. And I will never believe I'd give up on the dreams that I've seen in my Father's eyes. In my Father's eyes. I will go now to my Father's house, and I will show him that I'm strong enough. And there's a bright light, a great light, that's shining around him, for now he has found a son who will give to the world the work He has begun, who will open the door to reveal the chosen one. And I will never believe that the same thing could happen to me. And I will never believe I'd give up on the dreams that I've seen in my Father's eyes. Sing. Oh, 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 in my Father's eyes. In my Father's eyes. And I will never believe that the same thing is happening to me. And I will never believe I'd give up on the dreams that I've seen in my Father's eyes. Sing. My Father's eyes. I have seen it. I have seen it in my Father's eyes. There's some people who join this business and they think there's a handbook, a book of how to be a rock star. Like, rule 1, do lots of drugs. Okay, rule 2, meet lots of women, go to bed with thousands of women. Rule 3, get very drunk all the time. And rule 4, die very young. And I'm not interested in that. I want to stay healthy and alive. I like it here. I love planet Earth. And so I live a healthy lifestyle, and I'm not interested in the headlines about what I did last night in what nightclub. It's nothing to do with me. The music is one part of my life, and the private man is a family man and completely different.
I feel the wind blowing through my doorway. It's telling me that the summer's gone, and the winter waits in shadow, waiting with the storms. I am old and my bones are weary, and my son, he is all I have. But he has gone to fight for freedom, leaving with my heart. All my life I have loved this land, worked it with my hands. But can this freedom send the rain when seed is in the ground? Can this freedom heal the pain and bring my boy back to me again? Whoa, whoa, whoa. I watched them sail from the rocks below me. 'Twas like the sea in its endless rage. May they fall on the road to freedom, dying on the stones. All my life I have loved this land, worked it with my hands. But can your freedom send the rain when seed is in the ground? Can your freedom heal the pain and bring my boy back to me again? Whoa, 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 whoa. Late last night, as the world was sleeping, I dreamed my boy, he was calling out, 'cause he was lost in some dark forest, and snow was falling down, falling on the ground. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There are those who think that love comes with a lifetime guarantee. But we know from those around us that this may not always be. It's the simple things that come between a father and a son. And when they try to talk, the knives are out before they have begun. Well, that was me, and I have seen the light that shines for eternity, because the words I love you. So many hearts have been broken by the lies of history, and so many arms are still open for that final mystery. We must show respect for all the rest and what a man believes. And the one who died upon the cross, well, he is the one for me. And he said, come with me and you will see the light that shines for eternity. Be strong and learn to say the words I love you. And this endless road that we are on just keeps on going round. But there's one destination that always is here to be found. So come with me and you will see the light that shines for eternity. Be strong and learn to say the words I love you. Be strong and learn to say the words I love you. 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 Thank you very much. Good night.
Well, the Storyman project is an idea that I had a couple of years ago to actually include the stories with all the songs, and which means that it gives the listener a chance to almost see a film, because we go all over the world, different times, different centuries, different stories, and it's very much part of me. I live in Ireland, and there's a tradition, I'm sure also here in Germany, before we had photographs, before we had recording devices, where stories from the past would be transferred from one generation to the next around a fire. You know, the children would be listening just before bed, and they'd hear a story, and they'd transfer this to their own children. And that's what, for me, a real storyteller is. A travelling musician who maybe goes around the world with his stories. So the Storyman really is me, but he's also a figure from the past, from hundreds of years ago, who's been going through history, taking little things from here and little things from there, and sticking them into my head.
I live my life in the words of a storyman. Watch my dreams from the years gone by. Heard my voice in the songs of a storyman, always by my side. Always by my side. I saw him first in a castle by candlelight, turning round with a golden key. I heard a train far away and a whistle blow like a baby's cry. 'Twas like a baby's cry. Ravens stood on the walls of Jerusalem. Sailors danced at the borderline. Light a fire on the road to the ferryman, emotions running high in the summertime. Take me back to the places I've never been. Take me back to another time. Take me back to a world I have never seen, only in my mind, only in my mind. Late last night I met up with a the lady love dressed in red didn't say goodbye. Carry me to the last time I showed her what tender hands can do. And I'll be missing you. Take me back to the places I've never been. Take me back to another time. Take me back to a world I have never seen. Only in my mind. Only in my mind. Carry the light that's shining on to where we will be going. Up to heaven, paradise, or to the heart divine. It's in the echoes of a child waiting on the journey, the spirit of one world. Take me back to the places I've never been. Take me back to another time. Take me back to a world I have never seen. Only in my mind. Only in my mind. Live my life in the words of a story man.